and welcome to another episode of Bytes and Bristles, your definitive guide to the intersection of dental technology and dental practice management. I'm your host, Michael Amador, and today we're going to dive into a critical topic that affects every dental practice: your data backup. It's an issue that might not be top of mind until disaster strikes, but trust me, the consequences of being unprepared when it comes to data backup can be catastrophic. Many dental practices today lack a robust backup system. With the prevalence of ransomware, natural disasters, and other unforeseen events, having a reliable backup isn't just a good idea, it's a necessity. If you haven't evaluated your backup strategy in a while, it's time to take another look. There are numerous rules and regulations between state-level dental oversight committees and the federal HIPAA standpoint that dictate how you should protect your data. But beyond compliance, it's about common sense. It's about safeguarding the lifeblood of your practice, that being your patient data. So for the average dental practice, what data is crucial to protect and back up? The basic rule of thumb is anything you can't afford to lose, it just needs to be backed up. For most dentists, this means patient information. The Office of Civil Rights and Health and Human Services has identified 18 different identifiers that qualify as protected health information, or PHI. That includes patient names, chart IDs, date of births, phone numbers, addresses, and even photos of their faces. Anything that could allow a third party to identify your patient is considered electronic protected health information, or EPHI, and that has to be backed up by HIPAA law. So the rule applies. If you can't afford to lose it, it needs to be backed up. For most dental practice, that means everything stored in your practice management system and any other critical data, including those patient photos, treatment plans that you've prescribed for them, billing information, and any other digital record that you rely on to do your day-to-day jobs. I remember when I first started in dental offices, the concept of paperless didn't exist. And then as I moved farther along in my IT journey, there were a lot of discussions about a paperless office. And while many practices have moved away from paper, because of that, the need to back up digital data has become paramount. We take x-rays, store patient information, and we rely on various software systems, all of which are crucial to the smooth operation of your practice. So how do backups work in a dental office? Typically, your practice management system, whether it be Open Dental or Dentrix or EagleSoft, is connected through a network, and your data is stored on the server. And the key to back up all of the patient data, while typically all the data is on a server because it's easy to manage and back up, we might find an EOB scanned into the desktop of your office manager. Or a dentist may have patient photos that are stored on his desktop. The first step is to identify where all the data is stored. Typically, I recommend creating folders on the server and then making shortcuts to those folders on individual workstations. That way, when you save the data, it's being saved to the server and not just the desktop. HIPAA laws also mandate that backups be retrievable and off-site. That means you need to have a system in place to audit and log your backups and regularly verify that your backups are working through test restores. It's not enough to get an email saying your backup was successful. You are required by law to ensure that you can actually restore the data when you need to. This brings me to an important point. A lot of my clients and a lot of dentists in general are IT savvy, and they try to handle their own backups. Just like you would see a physician for a health problem or hire an attorney for a legal problem, it makes sense to trust your data backup to someone who knows what they're doing. An IT company or managed service provider can ensure your backups are done correctly, monitored daily, and restored quickly if there's a problem. The real question for most practices is, if your server goes down, how long will it take to get back up and running? In today's digital age, when your server or network is down, you're effectively out of business. You can't take x-rays, you can't access patient information, or even schedule appointments. Downtimes can be incredibly costly. Many practices measure downtime in days, when ideally it should be measured in minutes or a few hours at the most. The cost of not having a proper backup can be substantial. For most practices, a day of downtime can cost thousands of dollars. Investing in a reliable backup system and a managed service provider is a fraction of this cost and can save you a lot of headaches and financial loss in the long run. Another critical aspect is ensuring your backups are working as expected. Periodically checking and verifying your backups, much like a fire drill. HIPAA does require you to test your data backups periodically, meaning you need to regularly perform tests to ensure that your backup system is functioning properly and can restore data if needed. This is considered a crucial part of maintaining a compliant backup and disaster recovery plan. You have to be prepared. When was the last time you or your IT company did a test restore? How often does it happen? Is it documented? These are all questions that not only are best practice to know, but it's the law to know. So for some people, the thought process might be, well, let's just move all of our backups to a cloud-based system. But what happens if your internet goes down? You need a high-speed internet connection to transfer those files quickly. So what we recommend is a hybrid approach, combining both local and online systems together. Local systems provide the speed, while online backup offers additional protection and redundancy. You might even consider a BCDR, or Business Continuity and Disaster Recovery Device, which is an image-based backup, or I guess by image-based, I mean it's essentially a snapshot of your entire server. It includes the data, program files, and network settings. This snapshot is stored on a dedicated computer, which can serve as a backup server. If your main server goes down, this virtual copy of your server can be up and running in minutes, minimizing downtime. Having a robust backup system is like having insurance. It might seem like an unnecessary expense until you need it. But when disaster strikes, you'll be grateful you have it. Backing up to both local and off-site locations provides a double layer of protection. Also, a lot of sophisticated backup programs that managed service providers or IT firms use won't even back up corrupted data. They compare the data on your server with what's in the cloud, and they only back it up if they match. This helps prevent spreading ransomware to your cloud backups. We also have to talk about the importance of a disaster recovery plan. Once again, it's a good practice that is actually law. A disaster recovery plan outlines the steps your practice will take to recover from a data loss event. This includes identifying which of your systems are critical, where your data is located, and assigning roles and responsibilities to your staff and yourself, and establishing a communication plan. Regularly testing and updating your disaster recovery plan ensures you can quickly and efficiently restore operations in the event of a disaster. With an IT company handling your backups, you can go home knowing your data is safe. Your IT team should be monitoring backup logs daily to ensure everything runs smoothly. And if there are issues, they should be fixed promptly, ensuring that backups are ready when needed. There's that old saying, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. In the case of data backup, it might be worth 2 tons of cure. Don't wait until it's too late. Ensure your backups are working. Test them regularly. And consider working with professionals that can handle all of these technical aspects for you. In conclusion, having a reliable backup system is critical for any dental practice. It's not just about complying with the law. It's about protecting your business and your patients' data. A robust backup strategy combining local and cloud solutions offers the best protection against various threats, from ransomwares to natural disasters. Until next time, stay secure, stay vigilant, and keep your data protected.